and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about meditation. Now, this is not going to be, a very long video, but these are some of the little things that you can do, or the uses of meditation. So when you become confident that you are meditating to a level that you feel happy, that you feel like you're doing something that's making a difference, what you can do is to practice. Now again, some people close their eyes, some people leave their eyes open. Some people like to look at something. They like to have something in front of them, like a candle or a flower or an object. A crystal is another good thing. Something or incense burning, a picture. Sometimes you can use that as a trigger to focus your mind, and you can kind of go into the sort of a tunnel vision mode when you're meditating, so that you're kind of using your eyes in order to focus on whatever it is that you're looking at, so that you go into that meditative state and stay there. And this can also be used for things like meditating on a subject. And I'm going to say, let's just say tarot cards, or let's just say you want to learn about I don't know, a statue or an object of some sort. You need something with a bit of detail in it, or a mandala is another thing. A piece of artwork that means something to you. And when you go into a meditative state, it's like you become really focused, and I mean, more focused than you would be normally sitting down and just looking at something. When you are in a meditative state, you're kind of at the exclusion of everything else, asking your brain, using your eyes to completely submerge yourself in the object or the whatever it is that you're looking at, and then you become so, it's like you're looking at it with your third eye, okay, and you become so immersed in there that you start to notice things that you wouldn't normally notice when your normal conscious and subconscious are working away and you're just sitting down looking at something. You can take that information in, but there's normally an awful lot more going on in your brain at the same time, and it's more difficult, if you like. It's like trying to listen to somebody in a noisy room of people, and you're trying to listen to them, and they're only a few feet away from you, but the noise around is so loud that it's difficult. You can kind of hear what they're saying, you can get a gist of what they're saying, or maybe you can lip read, but you can't really clearly hear what they're saying, especially if they're conversing with you. So meditation is a way of blocking out all the other people in that particular room and focusing in on that one person that you're trying to listen to, and you don't hear all the other noise. You're not even really aware that there is anyone else in the room, and you certainly, you are so engrossed and focused that your senses are absorbing everything that person is saying. So you can fully understand yes, you can absorb exactly everything that they're saying. So that's a bit like the real focused meditation technique. You can apply the same to your other senses. You can apply the same to your ears. Okay, so I'm a very visual person. I'm a very auditory person. I'm kind of a kinesthetic, I like the feeling, of things. Not my highest thing, but I'm very visual and I'm very auditory. And then there's the olfactory as well, which is, you know, the taste and smells and stuff. So smells trigger me a lot of things. But first and foremost, I'm a visual, then I'm auditory, then I'm olfactory, and then probably kinesthetic. So that's what I've learned over the years. If I visualize on something, but I also love the, sound. Sound works really well with me. I can become really, really engrossed in sound. And again, to the exclusion of everything else around, when you're in a meditative state, I just absorb the vibration, the frequency, the auditory sound, everything. And I can become so engrossed in it that is all I hear. And again, that's just another example of a state that you can get into. But the other senses, like the kinesthetic, can include things like wind, like, being in an area, like being in a garden or being on a mountain, or, being on your cushion, that you might have a special cushion with a special mat, or a carpet that you love the feel of, or a chair that you feel really comfortable. And you can use that sense in the same way. You can become almost at one with what you're feeling around you. You can become at one with the wind, for instance, or if you're in a forest somewhere, you can become, you can actually sort of tune into the frequency and the feeling and the, everything that's going on around in a wood, in some woods. So and of course the olfactory senses are, taste and smell. Incense, I love to burn incense. It's another way that I enjoy just getting immersed into a meditation. Smell for me, I burn incense every day. In the form of joss sticks, generally speaking, but I also burn a lot of what I call real incense on charcoal. And again, it can take me to another level, to many, many levels. One other thing that I would like to just mention that I find works for me, crystals. Crystals work, and I'll give you a little bit of a story in a minute, but find a crystal that works for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be your birthstone or anything, but a crystal that you can maybe hold, or that you can be in the presence of, can also work wonders for meditation and for getting into that meditative state. Now, the story I had, I love lapis lazuli, I think it's called, and I work really well with crystals, and I work well with obsidian, various other crystals, but anyway, I've got this really big lump of lapis, and I thought that I would meditate with it, because I thought it'd be quite a nice thing to do. And so I held it to my forehead, and my goodness, I shouldn't have done. I went onto a completely different plane. I felt really nauseating afterwards. I felt very dizzy, disorientated when I'd finished. I held it there for I think a little bit too long while I was meditating, and that made that I'm not going to do that again. I do use the crystal still, but I don't hold it to my forehead for very long. But yeah, that was a little bit funny. I was quite surprised actually how much that affected me. So yeah, thanks for listening to this vlog, and I hope you found something useful. Please do share some information. Any experiences that you've had, on our Facebook page would be brilliant. And I shall see you again soon. Thank you.